Hi, I'm Judy, and welcome to today's Yoga Kick workout. As I mentioned to some of you, today's workout is special because we're adapting everything to be able to be done from sitting in a chair and on a yoga mat. So that just means that if you have any sort of lower leg injury, like a sprained ankle or a foot injury, or even just if your balance is kind of unstable and you prefer to sit for some of your workouts, this is a great option. Okay, hopefully we'll still get your heart rate up. We're still going to combine elements of yoga and kickboxing, and it's going to get a little creative. I look forward to hearing what you think about this. Okay, so to get started, you want to be sitting on a sturdy chair. Mine doesn't have a back just because it's easier for me to demonstrate on that. But like a sturdy folding chair, or something like a four-legged chair is good for that. We'll start with some seated stretching. So seated cat-cows, you're just going to scoop your palms over your knees and exhale into a seated cat, and then inhale into a seated cow. We'll do that 4 more times. Exhale to cat, inhale to cow, exhale and inhale. 2 more. Exhale and inhale. And 1 more. Exhale and inhale. Great. Okay, next we'll stay seated into a side bend stretch. So anchor your hand either on your thigh or on the edge of your chair. Let's start with the right side. And then inhale your left arm up, and then exhale, reach just slightly over, but really focus on lengthening the arm up, getting some height there. Shoulders stay relaxed. Good. Exhale the arm down. Inhale the other arm up. Reach as high as you can and relax the shoulder. And exhale that arm down 2 more times each side. Inhale up and relax the shoulder. Exhale down and up. And exhale down 1 more time each side. And down, and last time on this side. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to do a little twist now, which is stretch. So sit up as tall as you can. Relax the shoulders, and then just go ahead, anchor your right hand on the outside of your thigh, and then twist towards your left. Inhale, lengthen the spine from there, and exhale, twist a little bit more. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Coming back to center, we'll do the other side. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Great. Coming back to center, just roll up the shoulders a bit. Next, we're going to do some seated core activation. So the first one is based off of the yoga pose Dandasana. That typically looks like a downward facing dog, but you're sitting with your legs in front of you and your arms up. But we're going to do that sitting on our chairs. So sit up as tall as you can, right on your sits bones, if you know where those are. And then make sure that your body is not leaning forward or back. You're completely upright. And then just take your hands to the edges of your chair and almost float yourself, your seat off of the chair. Yeah, so this allows you to really lengthen your spine here. And then just gently, gradually allow yourself to let the chair take the weight of your body, but keep that posture. And as you're keeping that posture, raise one arm above your head and the other one. Yeah, so try to relax your shoulders, but keep reaching as high as you can. Just staying in this position, you should feel your abs engage, and that, maybe your breathing starts to become a little bit more challenging. Okay, 5 more nice deep breaths here. Good. Couple more nice deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Good. So you're going to keep drawing your belly button up, lengthening the spine, and then just make fists with your hands and lower your elbows without letting that height that you've created in your spine, without letting that go. So you're coming into basically a fighting position with really elongated spine, engaged abs, relaxed shoulders. And from here, we're going to do some side bends, yeah? So you're just going to go to the side and come back up on an exhale. This is an exercise that if you happen to have dumbbells, you could hold one here and make it a little more challenging. But today we're just doing it without weight so that you can really feel what the abs are doing to control the movement, to slow your curve down, and then the work that they do to pull you back upright. So each time that you exhale upright, your whole panel of your abs should be kind of coming in towards your center. We'll do about 10 more on this side. 10, 9, 8. So it kind of looks like an upright plank. 7, 6, 5, 4, and you're keeping your hips super, super still. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So you're going to stay here nice and tall, and we'll do a twist to the side. Now it's even more important to keep those hips stable because the tendency is to move the whole body. So we're going to twist and exhale back to center, staying as tall as possible, and each time forcefully exhaling as we come back to center. That's 5. Here's 6. We'll go up to 20 on this side. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Go ahead and relax the shoulders for a bit. Roll them out. Maybe do a quick cat-cow just to relax the back. Inhale the arms up to Dandasana again. Fists, and then elbows come down to your ribs. Now we're going to do the other side, starting at the side bend. Exhale back upright. Inhale, exhale up. And this is 3, 4, 5. So see if you can really notice the ab engagement here. 7. And it should be kind of building cumulatively over time as we do more of these repetitions. 20 repetitions is pretty high repetition for some of these exercises. 9 more. 9, 8, 7. Remember to keep the shoulders relaxed. 6, and 5. And the whole body is still except for these shoulders twisting to the side or bending to the side. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead, stay nice and tall and twist to your left and exhale back to center. That's 1. Here's 2. And again, you can tell if your body is moving or your hips are moving if your knees are moving. Yeah, so that's a good indicator. Even if you don't have a mirror in front of you, you can self-correct and be aware of your body positioning here. 10 more on this side. 10, 9, exhaling. Each time you come back to center. 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, so hopefully that's at least a little fired up. We're going to be relying on those ab muscles as we do a lot more of these punches and kicks going in this workout. So just roll out the shoulders, relax that, relax the back, seated cat-cow again, just to stretch out the back. Okay, so now we're going to move into seated punching. Pretty straightforward combinations. This is meant to be sort of pretty fast and to help your heart rate get up, not meant to trick your brain or anything like that. Again, I mentioned in my video tutorial, you don't want to hyperextend your elbow when you're punching. You just want to keep a slight bend and retract really quickly so that you don't hyperextend and injure your elbow. Sometimes I hear that folks experience some discomfort in their elbows after punching a lot, and that's one of the biggest culprits. So we're going to start in this upright plank fighting position, and we're just going to punch as fast as we can, alternating arms. Yeah, so just like what we did for the twist ab exercise just now, we're keeping the hips super still. So it's just from the rib cage up that you're twisting. Yeah, good. So the faster you go, the more you may feel like your breath is starting to get a little bit more labored. Yeah, so that you're using more energy to stabilize your body even while your arms are moving quickly. The tendency for this is to have high elbows. That really fatigues the shoulders, so try to have your elbows nice and low so you can save energy and make this a little more cardio. So try to sprint it out for about 10 seconds here, as fast as you can punching, but keeping the torso super stable for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. So you should start to feel this activate some of the triceps working here. Now we're going to just take your right arm and then just punch forward. So when we do just one arm at a time too, that helps to fatigue it more than when we alternate sides. Yeah. So again, keeping the torso super stable. Right now I'm just using my arm. I'm not really moving my torso yet. So I can really fatigue the arm a little bit more. Okay, and then now I'm going to add the abs in by reaching that shoulder forward a little bit more and coming back to center each time. Notice that I'm really doing my best to keep my hips still even for this. Yeah, so as fast as you can for 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Same thing with the other arm. Start with just the arm and keep the torso still. Good. Get used to leaving that slight bit of bend in the elbow so you're not hyperextending. Okay, now let's add in the torso twist here so you can get a little more distance with that punch. Good. And then now speed it up for 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, roll the shoulders out. A couple more combinations. We're going to go high-low with our punches. So we're going to go 10 counts high, 10 counts low. And that when we raise our arms above our head, it should help our heart rate get a little higher. So go ahead and start. Same kind of punch. Your elbows are still coming kind of back to your ribs to protect yourself in between punches. Good. Let's say about 5 more seconds here. High punches. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then now just aim for, let's say, the solar plexus or sort of this area of your opponent for 8 more seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and high again for 10, 9, trying to keep your torso and hips still. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and low punch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And last time with the low punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Shake out the arms and shoulders. They should start to feel the work here, yeah? Okay, so go ahead and come back into fighting stance. Now we're just going to take your right arm first and then just punch to the side. And every time the elbow comes back down towards your rib cage, and you're truly trying to go as fast as you can without hyperextending that elbow. And your breath can be, it doesn't have to match every punch. Yeah, that's a little too fast. So it's almost as if you're swimming. So for instance, every 3 strokes, you take a breath. That's kind of like what you would want to do here. Yeah. So keep breathing nice and evenly, but try to move that arm as fast as possible for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Same thing. Good. And then speed it up when you're comfortable. Good. Relax shoulders, abs are tight. And then the arm is going as fast as you can, trying to keep the torso still. Yeah, you can see I'm wiggling a little bit too. It's hard to stabilize. Yeah, one side might be better at it than the other. Good. 5 more seconds on this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Roll the shoulders out. Okay, we're going to move on to seated knee strikes. It's a nice little transition before we move into some kicks. So for the knee strikes, it simply looks like this. You're going to stack one hand on top of the other, doesn't matter really which. And you're going to start with your right knee. You're going to raise it up and then come up and down. So just be wary, especially if you have a foot injury, of not slamming the foot down too hard. Yeah, nice and controlled. This is more about using your abs to pick up that leg and keep your torso still. Yeah, if you want more challenge, think less about making that leg work hard, but maybe raising the arms more. Yeah? So we're going to do that for about 10 more counts here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's try the other side with the left leg. Good. Just a few to get the hang of it. And then now let's do 10 more from here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So if you're doing it with your abs engaged, ideally you'll feel that mostly in your quads and abs and not so much in the hip flexors. Now we're going to take that and alternate sides. That's actually easier for the hip flexors. So you're going to go right and left. Right, you can start slow, that's always okay. And then as you get more comfortable with it, you can go a little faster. It's almost like marching in place or jogging in place, but you get to sit down. And you can tell probably from the way I'm speaking and breathing, I'm certainly getting my heart rate up doing this exercise, even though I'm just sitting down. Good. Let's say 10 more on each side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Just roll the shoulders, take a nice deep breath. Really great work. Okay, so now we're going to work on some seated kicks. So one of these kicks is the push kick, and it actually wasn't in my tutorial, so we'll go over it quickly. It's actually easier to do this seated. Let's see here. I'm just going to turn my chair actually this way so that I can hold on to the edge. You're going to want to hold on to the edge of your chair and kind of scooch to the front edge of it. Yeah, so you're still securely on it. You're not going to tip the chair over, but you have some room behind you. Okay, so let's take one leg. It doesn't matter which. You're going to bring that knee towards your chest. Flexed foot is probably better. Yeah, so use your abs to bring that knee up. And then on the exhale, you're going to lengthen the heel away from you as if you're pushing a door open. And then your body is counterbalancing behind you. So I feel my quads working and my abs working mostly in this exercise. And you're going to retract and then set it down. Yeah. So you're going to chamber, extend, rechamber, and down. 8 more on this side. You can go a little faster as you get more comfortable with it. Here's 7. It's your push kick again. That's what it's called. 6. Good. And 5. Here's 4. And 3. Good. 2. And 1 more. Okay, so whichever leg you didn't do, let's do that one now. 10 on this side. So knee comes over to the chest, chamber, extend, rechamber, and set it down. 9 more. 9. And usually I exhale on the point of impact, which is when that heel hits the door, yeah? Here's 7. And 6. Good. 5. And 4, abs stay super tight to protect your back during this. 3, and 2, good. And last one, excellent. Whew, so you should feel that burning, I do right here. Let's alternate now, 10 on each side. Same thing, nice and slow if you need to, yeah? As you do, this is being recorded, so as you revisit this video in the future, you can always speed it up and do more than 10 kicks in this amount of time. But for today, just do what's best for your form. So 10, and 10, and 9, and 9, good, 8. So the faster you go, the more the core has to work to stabilize. 7, and 7, 6, and 6, good, 5, 5, 4, 4, and 3, good, 3, 2, and 2, last one, and 1. Good. So you can see why we wanted like a sturdy chair so that we don't tip around when we're doing these. Make sure that your back is feeling okay. If you need to do a little forward fold, just stretch it out, feel free. And then we're going to do axe kicks next. Okay, so axe kicks you saw in the tutorial, they're like a straight leg kick. We're just going to do them here seated. So you again want to scooch to the front of the chair, hands holding on to the edges behind you. And then now lengthen out one leg, doesn't matter which. You can point or flex the foot, whatever's more comfortable for you. And then just go ahead and up and down. Yeah, trying to keep your body as still as possible. You can lean back a little bit if your hamstrings are tight, and that makes it easier to lift. Good. 8 more on this side, so we'll just do 10 on each side. 6, 5, 4, 3, good. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. 2, and 1. Good. 10 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, good, 4, abs are tight the whole time, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Give yourself a little break. You can massage out the quads if you want. They might be firing up a lot now. We're going to try alternating sides. Yeah, 10 on each side. So let's go ahead and lengthen the legs out. And the legs, the knees don't have to stay absolutely straight. Yeah, you can start leaning back a little, alternate 1 and 1, 2. So we're just doing 10 on each side, 2, 3, abs stay tight. You only lift the leg as far as you can without compromising the position of the torso. So you don't want to do is like kind of like this, right? So you're just keeping this the same, abs tight. Okay, as usual, I've lost count. So let's do 4 more on each side. 4 and 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, and 1, and 1. Good. Okay, so it looks like we have time for one combo. So let's go ahead and do that. So what that means is we're going to combine some of these things we've been working on. So we're going to do knees, 1 knee on each side, and then a push kick on each side. Yeah, and then punch. Yeah, so we're going to do right, left to start. Okay, so I'll do it facing sideways too so you can see. Ready? We'll do 10 on each side, right? 10. Knee and push kick, and punch, punch. Good, here's 2. Knee, knee, and kick, kick, punch, punch. Here's 3. Good, and punch, punch. Here's 4. Good, punch, punch, and 5. So if you're watching this as a video after the live recording, you can always go a little faster, yeah? But for now, we're just going at a pace where you can clearly see what the steps are. Okay. Good. Kick, kick, punch, punch. Just 3 more. Great work. And double punch. 2 more. Knee, knee, kick, kick, and punch, punch. Did I say 3 more or 2 more? Let's say 2 more. 2, and kick, punch, punch. With these longer combos, I tend to have more trouble remembering where we're at. And double punch. Excellent. Great. So now we are going to move on. We're going to come down to the mat for some mat kicks. So I'll give you a couple moments there to adjust. I'm actually going to angle my phone camera down a little bit. You can see my piano bench there. That's fine. Okay, so just lay on one side first. We're going to do side kicks and roundhouse kicks. It will do both sides, so it doesn't matter which side you start with. So for the side kicks, you're going to bring the knee, top knee towards your chest, and then just lengthen that out. In and out. In and out. Good. Okay, we'll do 10 more from here for a total of 15. So you should feel the glutes working as you lengthen out. 8 more. 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. You can rest for a moment. From here, we're going to do roundhouse kicks. So just make sure you have some room behind you. I'm going to scooch up a little bit. And here you're going to start with the leg straight, and you're going to bring the heel towards your seat and then kick straight, yeah? So the whole leg at the finish ends up in line with the torso. Good. So your foot, usually for a roundhouse kick, would be pointed, but if you're wearing a boot or a cast, you can do this, you know, whatever way your foot has to be for that. Good. And you should feel this in the hamstring as you contract, bringing the heel towards your seat. Let's do 5 more on this side. 5, 4, and also the side of your leg. 3, as you support the weight of the leg away from gravity. And last one. Good. Let's stretch out this quad by holding onto that ankle while we're here, right? Excellent. Let's flip over to the other side. Same thing, we'll start with 15 side kicks on this side and then 15 roundhouse kicks. So for the side kick, typically the foot is flexed. It's like you're kicking open a door now on that side. Good. And ideally your shin and your thigh remain parallel to the ground and your hips are stacked right on top of each other. 10 more on the side. 10, 9, good. 8, feeling this side of the quad work and then also the glute. Good. 5 more from here. 5 and 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Good. So now you're going to do roundhouse kicks on this side. You can rest for a moment. And then so you're going to start with the leg parallel to the ground and then kick your heel towards your seat and then straighten. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5. So ideally you're hiding your whole lower leg behind your thigh. I'm kind of turning out a little bit so you can see where my foot is going, but you don't want to have your knee, this top knee facing down. You want to actually have it facing straight forward. Good. Excellent. Still feeling the hamstring on this one. 5 more on this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then just catch that leg for a quad stretch on this side. Okay, and we're going to do one more kick on the mat, and then we're going to move on to some stretching, and then we'll get some music. Okay, so we're going to come into tabletop position on your hands and knees. Just be careful of your feet if you're wearing a boot or a cast. And ideally, your abs are taking as much of the stabilizing work as possible, which means that you have to rely less on your wrists and your knees and your feet to support you and balance you. So go ahead and engage your abs and then take one knee, doesn't matter which, and then extend that leg back behind you and then knee in again and extend. Just like that. 8 more and 7. So you should feel the glute activating here. 6 as you lengthen the heel back. 5, 4, 3, 2, excellent. 1, same thing, 10 on the other side, so knee comes in slightly for a chamber. This is the equivalent of your back kick, yeah, so we've done this before in other videos. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keeping your hips square to the ground if you can, 9, and 10, good. Now the last kick is just same kick, but you're going to alternate sides, 10 on each side. Ready, 1 and 1. So you won't be able to come in so much for a chamber. You just won't have time for this. There we go. 3 and 3, 4, 4, good. 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, and 10, and 10. Good. If you're able to, you can come down into a child's pose. Yeah, just nice and easy on those feet. Focus more on reaching forward, lengthening the spine instead of putting too much pressure on the feet if they're bothering you for any reason. Good, and then now we're going to come onto our back for some more stretches. So we did a lot with hamstrings today, and so let's go ahead and stretch them out while they're all warmed up. Go ahead and lengthen your right leg up above you, and then just hold on to the thigh. Make sure that your tailbone stays anchored to the ground, and inhale the heel away from you. You can point or flex or keep the foot neutral, whatever is comfortable for you. And then exhale, maybe bring that leg closer to you without rolling the tailbone up. Good. If you want a calf stretch, then definitely, flex the foot, but only if you're able to. Other side, same thing. Again, this is easier to see what I'm talking about rolling the tailbone up. I see that a lot usually when folks have tighter hamstrings and they're really trying to get the leg up. Really focus on keeping the tailbone on the ground and then hinging from the hips for this hamstring stretch. Good. Inhale, anchor the tailbone down. Exhale, if you want to get a deeper stretch, go for it. Okay, next we're going to do a figure four stretch for a piriformis. So go ahead and cross one ankle over the other thigh and then grab a hold of that thigh if you can. Sometimes if your hips are tight, you might find just keeping the foot on the ground and crossing over and then rotating this thigh away from you is enough of a stretch, yeah? So just do what feels right for you. Again, the tailbone should be anchored down for this one. Okay, release that and then do the other side. Same thing. Good, and then release that down. Place your feet together and then widen the knees as you come into a butterfly stretch just for the inner thighs here. Abs stay tight. Ideally, your back's not arching up. You're keeping a neutral spine here, and then that will really allow you to isolate the stretch to your inner thighs and adductors. From here, we'll do a spinal twist. So tee out your arms, bring your knees back up to face the ceiling. If you can, lift the hips slightly and then bring them over to the right side of your mat, and then let the knees come over to the left. And then take a look over towards your right hand. You should feel this stretch to open the shoulder and then also for the back. Use your abs to come back to center and then shift your hips over to the left side of your mat and the knees come up towards the right side of your chest. And now you can look towards your left arm. And using your abs to come back to center, you can roll up to seated or however is easiest for you. And so now we're going to be coming into the breathing and music part. You can either choose to stay laying down on the mat, sort of like a Shavasana position, just with your arms open to the ceiling and just relaxed. You can choose to sit in a seated position on the mat, or if it's, a lot of people find it easier just to come back up and then take a seat on the chair. Whatever position you feel like you can get a good neutral spine, it's comfortable for you to remain in for about 5 minutes. That's how long the music will last. During this time, just think about breathing in through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. You can keep your eyes open, maybe gentle your gaze, or you can float your eyes closed, whatever feels best for you. I will be playing Debussy's Arabesque No. 1 today, and thank you so much for joining me in this workout today. I hope you enjoy this piece. Just turning my setup towards the music.